Hello everyone, Louisa Jewell here. How are you? I hope you're okay. When people ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm okay. Because this is a really challenging time. So if some of you are finding this very challenging, it's totally normal. I go up and down. I find some days are really more challenging than others. There are some days where I don't even feel like getting out of bed because it's just too much. But I try to implement as many strategies that I've learned to be resilient, to be happy, to flourish at any time. And that does help. And I'm sharing a lot of these strategies in these videos, so I hope you're finding it helpful. I find the strategies very helpful, and they keep me strong and keep me going. So I wanted to share with you today, I had an opportunity on the weekend to participate in a call with Marty Seligman. And for those of you who don't know who Marty is, Dr. Martin Seligman is considered the founding father of positive psychology. And he reminded me of a study that I had kind of forgotten about, and I wanted to share it with you. So there are certain things we can be doing to stay healthy and resilient at this time. But did you know there are also things you can be doing to boost your immunity against viruses? So I'm going to give you some of these strategies, and I'm not suggesting that these are, in lieu of all the other things you're doing to protect yourself from the coronavirus. So you want to still be doing all of those things like social distancing and self-isolating and washing your hands and wearing gloves and masks, etc. But these are just a couple more things that you could do to boost your immunity, and I thought that they were interesting studies that you should know about. So the first study was by Sheldon Cohen and other scientists. So what Sheldon Cohen wanted to know is, does the experience of frequent positive emotions, does that actually boost your immunity against the flu, or in his case, the common cold? So what he did was he actually measured people's happiness level over time. He didn't want to measure whether they were happy just that day. He wanted to measure over time to see if just happier people, in fact, had better immunities against the common cold. So what he did was he measured that first, and then he actually swabbed people with rhinovirus in their nose, and then he tested to see who actually got infected and who actually experienced a full-blown cold as a result. And what he found is that, in fact, it was true. People who experience frequent positive emotions on a regular basis, in fact, were less likely to contract the flu. So that was good news. So that's one piece of information. Now, Dr. Cohen actually did another study. He wanted to see if people with shorter telomeres, in fact, if they also were more likely to contract the flu. So telomeres are those little tags at the end of our chromosomes. And every time a cell replicates, a little piece of that tag comes off. Now, if that telomere, that little tag at the end of the chromosome, if it gets too small, it can actually affect the functioning of the cell, and it could also cause the cell to die. So it has become a biomarker for longevity, for mortality. And what scientists do is they actually can take a look and see how long your telomeres are by studying your white blood cells and the chromosomes in your white blood cells. And so what he did find is that, in fact, yes, people with shorter telomeres, in fact, are more likely to contract the flu when he did a similar experiment. Now, we're not all going to run out and measure our telomeres, I imagine. I don't have a telomere analysis kit at home, but we do know from the research that there are several things you can do to actually improve your telomere length or help you maintain your telomere length. So one of the things we know that affects telomere length is chronic stress. Now, I don't know about you, but I think I've been experiencing a lot of chronic stress through this thing. So I do everything I can every day to manage my stress, to reduce the stress. So meditation, exercise, good sleep, right? Getting my mindset so I'm not catastrophizing. Anything you can be doing to reduce stress will be very important and will protect your telomere length. Also, maintaining a healthy weight can also be important. We know that people who are obese have shorter telomeres. Regular exercise can also help maintain telomere length. Eating a diet high in antioxidants is another one. And interestingly enough, meditation is something that can help not only maintain telomere length, but even improve telomere length. So 2 interesting studies to show that if you experience frequent positive emotion and also are doing some of those things to manage your stress, eating right and exercising and meditation, all really important to boosting our immunities. Now, if you are not familiar with telomeres and you want to become more familiar with telomeres, I am going to be having a book club on this book, The Telomere Effect, and I'm really excited to read it. And I'm going to be putting the date out below so you can sign up if you want to read it with me, and then you want to join me in a conversation about what we're going to learn about telomeres and how that affects our health and our happiness, then please join in. All right, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm with you. Many blessings to all of you. See you next time.